Welcome to the second part of my best of the year series. So the first part we focused on makeup and skincare. If you missed that, I will have it linked below to watch next. This one may be my favorite one because this is where we talk about everything else: jewelry, clothing favorites, shoes, hair care, hair tools, a little bit of body care, fragrance, everything else. As always, I will have everything linked in the order I mention it down below. If you are curious about a specific product you were thinking about, I will have that for you. It'll be in a pinned comment too. And let's dive in. I'm so excited. And if you're new here, by the way, my name is Jessica. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you'll subscribe, stick around, check out some of my other videos. We do a lot of beauty reviews on this channel. We do fashion try-ons, vlogs. We kind of do a little bit of everything. I would love to have you join the fam. Okay. Let's start with jewelry because for some reason, this may be the category I was the most excited to talk about today. And I think it's because a lot of my jewelry favorites are very affordable and I feel like they're lasting a long time, which is really nice to find. And then I do have one piece that I get asked about a ton because I pretty much wear it every day that I'm gonna finally link for you. I just haven't linked it. It took me a while to find it online, and when I did, I'm like, there it is. Anyway, so let's start with the other stuff first. First up are these earrings. These were actually a favorite in my best of the year last year. They're still a favorite. They're these like ribbed gold earrings. I wear these all of the time, multiple times a week. I don't know what it is about the simplicity of these, but they're still a little bit chunky. They still have that little bit of texture to them that I feel like they add to an outfit without adding too much. Does that make sense? Another favorite is this jewelry piece right here. They also have this in silver and I have considered it, but I love this. I think it just looks chunky-ish without being overly like a statement piece. It works beautifully on its own, dressed up or down, but it also looks great layered with daintier necklaces. So if you've been feeling like you want a little bit of a stack, but you're not sure where to start, this is a really good option for like the chunky part of your little necklace stack. Another favorite is the necklace I get asked about a ton, which is this cross necklace. I got it at Gorjana. It's not Gorjana, I had to be corrected. This was a birthday present. And so it is definitely pricier. It's real gold, but I love it. And I'm not wearing it today, but I generally wear it, like I just leave it on. I shower in it, I swim in it, all of the above. It's one of those pieces that you don't have to be, it's not fussy because it's real gold. I love that so much. That would be an amazing gift for someone or push present or whatever. Like that is the rest of my life. I will have that necklace and I will love that necklace and I will wear that necklace. Another fave of mine, I will sometimes stack with my Aura ring, which we'll talk about this later in the video for those curious, but it's a really dainty single thin band. It's got a little bit of like fake diamonds, whatever on it. It's so pretty. I like to wear it on its own because it's just pretty, but you can also, it stacks really nicely with your Aura ring. I've seen people buy 2 of them. I think they even now sell 2-packs on Amazon. I think they've caught on to how people are using these. But they're really inexpensive. None of my rings from Amazon have turned my finger green or done anything weird. They last a decent amount of time. In fact, I'm trying to think if any of the rings I bought over the years on Amazon have not lasted. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any of them have like turned color. Another one I recently got is this little cross one. Again, really inexpensive, but just pretty. I tend to mix and match gold and silver a lot. But speaking of silver, one of my favorite jewelry pieces I've ever bought was this set of 3. It is so inexpensive, but this is the kind of silver that looks expensive. It like catches the light beautifully. I have fairer skin and sometimes, not that the fair skin can't look good with silver, but sometimes I'm like, does silver look good on me? I can't decide. But when it's this kind of shiny silver, it looks amazing. I will wear these 3 together. I wear them separate. I'll stack one with another thing. I love that set so much. I recommend that to a lot of friends too. They're like, I'm trying to get into silver jewelry. I'm like, this necklace set right here, and it's so inexpensive. And then my other most worn necklace is this rectangular, simple one. They have it in silver and gold, and you can get your initial, and I have worn that. That's another one that catches the light really nicely. I have worn that on repeat, probably almost as much as my cross necklace that I love. I love that. I'll often pair those 2 together. I have it in silver and in gold, and I love it. So I know that jewelry is something I get asked about a lot in DMs, like, what was that necklace you were wearing, whatever. So hopefully that answered some of the most asked for jewelry pieces, because those are my favorites as well. Let's dive into some hair care, okay? First up is the thing that's kind of gone viral everywhere, but for good reason. It is so good. The OGX Bond Protein Repair. This is my third bottle. Pretty sure I've gone through 2 of these. It is meant to protect your hair from heat damage. So I'll use it in that way, but it also helps detangle. 450-degree heat protect spray. I like that this is less expensive. I feel like I can go ham with this and feel like I'm really protecting my hair from the heat. I will say I have not always been good about heat protectant spray. And guess what? That has shown in the fact that I had from this past year so much breakage, so much so I'm on the path to growing my hair back healthy and strong. And this has definitely been helping a lot. So love this. I will use it right out of the shower and detangle my hair with it, but then I will also use it before I heat style. So depending on, you know, like today I air dried my hair, which is why it's just kind of like my natural texture. But if I'm going in and heat styling, I will spray this more of it on, is I guess what I'm trying to say. And if you didn't know, I'm gonna cover my coffee. The nozzle on this thing, you could like spray it upside down. It's like the finest mist. Man, I know I got my little mirror dirty. I have dropped so much stuff on this. I need to actually clean it now. It just looks crazy. Anyway, and it smells nice too. I'm smelling it. Something that surprised me is this Color Wow Dream Cocktail leave-in treatment. It's meant to be, it says it's carb infused. It's meant to be a little bit like volumizing, thickening. Here's the thing. I actually noticed a difference with this, and the proof is in the pudding because I was only applying this from like here down on my hair, like I was avoiding my scalp in that area. And I kept noticing when I would style my hair or like when I would blow dry it, I would be done and I'd flip my head back up and I'd look in the mirror and wonder why in the world is it like volumized here, but like this area is so flat. And when I tell you, it took me like a month to figure out the mystery. It was that this really was volumizing, and then the areas I didn't put it, it was not volumized. So, or thickened, whatever you want to call it. So very, very cool product. Actually works. I mean, it's not like you're going to get suddenly like giant, huge, voluminous waves with this, but I do think it does make a difference, obviously. And so now I do apply it near the scalp when I'm using it, and it works great. Not like on the scalp, you know what I mean? I teased this product in the first episode of this series of the Best of Beauty, and this product totally blew me away. My hairdresser got me onto it because she has just gorgeous hair. And I said, we were talking about my hair and I said, oh, she was going to wash it. And I said, I'm sorry, there's some dry shampoo in it. And she was like, okay. So we were kind of talking about dry shampoo and she was like, what do you use? And I'm like, well, you know, I try things. She knows what I do. I was like, I try different things. I was like, lately I've been using a lot of the Amika, which I really do. Out of all of them, that's one I tend to keep going back to. And I said, what do you use? She was like, oh, K18. I was like, well, that's pricey. And she was like, I know. But she was like, Jessica, when you try it, you'll never go back. And she was right. I thought it'd be just like a normal dry shampoo. I hope you're staying with me, okay? Because this is crazy. This, I just bought the small size on, I don't know, Sephora or wherever. It's a wet spray. I know. Some of you guys are probably laughing because you already use this or you already know about it. I had not heard anything about. I knew about, of course, K18. I did not know about the dry shampoo. It's literally, I don't even want to waste that liquid gold. A wet spray. It has a nice, pleasant smell, not too strong, but it's definitely, there's a scent. I do not know how this works. You shake it up. I don't know why this works. I really don't, but it does. I have been getting so much time between washing my hair. It's sickening. It's crazy. But it looks good. There's no white cast. There's no powder. There's no weird residue. I do not know how this magic works. If you do not believe me, if you can swing it, get the small size. Thank me later. And then I'll in turn thank my hairdresser. Crazy. So you better believe I've already bought the full size. What the heck is this? I want to actually look into it and be like, why does this work? What is this? But the other crazy thing is, it's wet. So when I first did it, I was like, oh, it's going to kind of mess up my style. And like, you know, my hair is naturally a little bit wavy-ish, curly-ish, honestly, kind of a little chaotic. So I thought, oh, well, when it gets wet, it's going to dry weird. No, it didn't. How? Okay, we got to move on. That stuff is amazing. If out of this whole video, you try one thing, let it be this. They have done it, folks. They have reinvented dry shampoo. If you're wondering what's on my lips, I'm kind of trying a new combo. I did the Makeup Forever Boundless Berry. Although if you're wanting to buy this color, that's what you're seeing all over my lips. I didn't put a lipstick on. I'll tell you the gloss though, but it's a clear gloss. So this is the color you're seeing. I love Boundless Berry, but if you're gonna get this Makeup Forever lip liner, get the extreme version. I think they're the same price, and I just like that formula even better. It lasts so long. And then I put on top of it the Revlon Lustrous Glimmer. Love the little sparkly, but this is their sheer one, but it really adds, this is in Diamond Drama. It really adds that kind of, not just gloss, but like truly a glimmer. It kind of blew me away when I tried it today. Another hair favorite I have used up, I don't have with me, is the Dove Bond Repair Mask. It's called something like that. That stuff is amazing. Again, as I'm working on getting my hair to grow out longer, healthier, less breakage, because that's my biggest problem. That stuff has been amazing. It smells really nice too. It's pleasant to use. It's more affordable and effective. So highly recommend if you just need a great mask for repairing your hair, 1000% recommend. If you've been around a long time, this will surprise you because my favorite hairspray for a decade has been the Bedhead one that I still love, but this Kenra Volume Hairspray, it's the number 25, which is their Super Hold. I love it so much. This just blew me away. It definitely gives hold, but it's not really crunchy for something that does have some strong hold, but I just like the way it makes my hair feel. One thing I don't like in a hairspray, I actually don't mind a little crunch, okay? Sometimes you want that crunch to get a little texture in your hair to do something. But I've realized that sometimes with hairsprays, if I get it up here where I might want it because of frizzies and stuff, it starts to kind of almost not separate my hair, but you know that like nice clean wash look to hair? I can have clean hair, and if I put hairspray up here, oftentimes it makes it look like not as clean. This doesn't do that. It's really nice. So I have been such a fan. I still love my Bedhead one, okay? I will probably always have that in the rotation, but this one has been so lovely and I've really been enjoying it. And this is the second bottle of this I've bought. I'll be brief on my two hair tools I've used the most this year. This Bondi Boost Waver, you've heard me talk about, so I'll be brief on this one. I love it. It's a little more affordable compared to some of the crazy expensive ones. It's not the cheapest one out there though either. I wanna say it's around $50-ish. It might be a little more expensive. I feel like you can always find this on sale somewhere. It's so good, you guys. It just, you can do those kind of mermaid waves. The waves last for days. And it is so easy to use. I feel like there's, a learning curve maybe the first time you do it and you get better over time, but you can use it day one and it's pretty intuitive. My other fave is indeed the Shark Flex Style. There's obviously different attachments. This is that like kind of Dyson similar product, but cheaper, still expensive. But you know what? I have gotten so much use out of this, and this is what I use when I'm trying to look really put together. I'll use it on other days too. It doesn't actually take any longer than just curling my hair with a curling wand. I used to think it did, but I timed it recently. I'm like, oh, I actually do it in the same amount of time. It just feels like that extra bit of effort. We got recent nice photos taken by my sister-in-law who's a photographer. This is what I used to do my hair that day. Kind of gives that nice blowout, even on shorter hair. Like my hair's not short, but I did get a lot of it cut off recently, and even on that, it looks nice. It kind of gives that like, not Rachel Green look, but a little bit where it just, I don't know. I really have grown to love this product. It's just so good. A couple extra hair things that are kind of like accessories. I have recently fallen in love with a velvet headband. I know that Kitsch sells some sets. I actually asked for Christmas for some velvet headbands, and I know you guys are seeing this after Christmas, but I'm filming it before. I'm hopeful that I got another color of a velvet headband. I feel like that'd be a good stocking stuffer. Like I would love like a white or a cream, but I got this on a whim at Walgreens and I just love it. And I think it's not too wide, it's not too thin, it's not too thick this way. I actually use it most when I'm getting ready, but I actually think it's really cute. I mean, maybe with my hair down, but I think it's really cute as an actual just hair accessory too. I just think it's cute, it's classic, kind of preppy, but not overly anything. I know that's so random, but this really was a favorite of mine this year. And then a sparkly hair clip. So I have this one in that I think is from Kitsch. First of all, I generally think Kitsch makes great hair stuff. I mean, I do. I use a lot of Kitsch things I've got there, like hair towels. But hair clips, good, strong ones, can be hard to find, I have learned. Even ones that I'm like, oh, it's metal, it'll probably be good. Not always. But this one is so strong. But I like the idea of a sparkly hair clip like this because I feel like it can take any outfit and just make it just a little bit jazzier in such an easy way. Like one of the easiest things I do with my hair is throw it up in a clip like today. And to make it look a little more intentional and cute with something like that, 10 out of 10. Let's talk clothes and then we'll do a little body care, perfume and stuff too. So clothing wise, I get so many DMs about the fleece tights. I talk about from time to time, especially in these colder months where I live, my like cute winter uniform is some kind of sweater or maybe like a top and like a little shacket jacket, whatever you want to call it thing, a skirt that's stretchy and comfy, and then fleece tights. My fleece tights are the best fleece tights. I have tried many kinds. These are amazing because they're warm enough, but they're not so thick that when you pull them all the way up, it's just squeezing you weird on your stomach and you're like, oh, you're so uncomfortable. No, yeah, I think I wore these to Thanksgiving. I was trying to remember what I was wearing. And you better believe I was eating to my heart's content. And I never felt that like, pressure. You know what I mean? I love these tights. I've bought the same ones for years. Although I was thinking about it, I was like, I think I've only had to get rid of one pair because it got all like snagged and crazy. But because they're not like regular tights, they don't really get ruined. You know what I mean? And so they've got brown, black, and a few others. Highly recommend. I think they have multi-packs as well. They're the best. Those were a favorite last year in the best of the year. That's how good. They're still going strong. They're still wonderful. Okay, this jacket. There are so many different versions of like different patterns. They have really pretty like pink plaid, so many different. But I love this because it is cropped. And I have realized I probably could go a size down, you guys. But I've realized that with a shacket like this on me, because I have wider hips and wider thighs and stuff, sometimes, and this is about my body, my opinion, sometimes I think that when I wear like a true jacket like this as part of an outfit, I don't like the term shacket. It just gives, I don't know why, but it just annoys me. So that's why I've said it, but I don't want to say it, but that's what it is. Anyway, when I wear a longer shacket, I don't think it looks great on me. I really don't. And so the cropped look I think is perfect. I would consider totally getting another. I got a medium. If I did, I don't know that I'm gonna, but if I ever did, I would probably go a size down to my more normal top size, small. So I would say true to size, get your normal size. They have so many cute ones, you guys. I love it. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my favorite jeans of the year from Quince. I have worked with Quince throughout the year. They've been a long-term partner, which has been amazing. This is not sponsored. They do not know I'm talking about it. These jeans are my favorite jeans. I have two kinds. I wrote down the name so I wouldn't screw it up. I have their Bella stretch wide leg. So those are gonna give you that like wide leg look, obviously. I always size up at least once, maybe twice. Listen, y'all were like, okay, is the sizing just off? No, I think I've gained a little weight, okay? And so maybe I only need to size up once, maybe my true size. But anyway, my point being, the other kind is their Luna Stretch straight jeans. So if you still want the like, not baggy like look, but like a little bit like loose, but you don't want them so wide leg, you would probably like the Luna ones. They're both that same stretch. Once you figure out your size, that size should work for like any of their jeans. I just like the comfort level of these jeans so much. They have a lot of different washes, light, dark, brown kind of, or not brown, black washed, like very, very cool. They have white, I think, in a lot of these. I find that those are the ones I'm pretty much reaching for exclusively when I'm wearing jeans because I can sit down in them and still be comfy. You know what I mean. And the cardigan from Quince that I love. And I have to say, I have a couple colors. It takes everything in me not to just put those on every single day. They have the big buttons. I have pink, I have white, and I have brown, and I love them all. I wear them all. I've worn the white one. I like the look of it buttoned all the way up or like a little unbuttoned. I wore that actually with one of the like washable silk longer midi dresses for our Christmas photos. It looked, I think, so nice. So absolutely recommend that cardigan. I love it. I love it. And you see it everywhere online, but it is that good. Let's talk body care. I have been a recent convert to the Naturium body butter. It's their Glow Getter body butter. I went through that tub so fast, you wouldn't believe it. It is almost gone. And I'm like, I feel like I just opened this. Oh, I love it. Getting out of the shower and just lathering. It feels nice. It doesn't have like a crazy smell. My skin can be very sensitive. I can get the like red bumps and all that. No reaction at all to this. I sometimes will get itchy legs. No reaction. It is just so hydrated. I feel like it is the perfect wintertime moisturizer, or I mean, honestly, year round, because even in the summer, I will be repurchasing this. It is wonderful. It is so wonderful, even if you have sensitive skin. And then Naturium, their body wash. I love, my personal favorite is the Calmer one. That has been best for my skin. I am trying the Glow Getter one right now, and I'm also enjoying it, especially in the winter. But the Calmer one is the one I've gone through a few bottles of. I have loved the most this year. And then this is the other thing I think I teased in the last video, the Tan Luxe, the butter. This is their self-tanner lotion. And I have to say this, I was like so deep in the self-tanner mousse world, and I had used that for so many years that when I first tried the Tan Luxe lotion, I thought, this is gonna be streaky, it's not gonna work well, it won't last. This stuff lasts longer than any mousse. It looks more natural, like it still looks tanner, but it's so easy to apply. Like I still can't understand how it's not looking streaky when you're just like rubbing it on with your hands, but it looks amazing. It wears off nicely. It doesn't look weird. I think it wears off nicer than the mousses do. So again, it's kind of like the dry shampoo. Like that was one of the products this year that so shook my world up and blew me away that that's what I used all summer long for like self-tanning. When I traveled, I literally just put some in a little travel pouch thing that I bought. Or travel squeezy tube. Totally amazing. Let's talk about shoes, then we'll do fragrance, and then I have some miscellaneous. I know this video is so long. These slippers have become my new favorites. I love these so much. So they're from Crocs, which I have loved Crocs for. I worked with them on a thing in like the fall. I have loved Crocs for over a decade. My husband loves Crocs. If you've been watching Vlogmas, he just got Croc lights at Five Below. When he has bus stop duty, he's got Croc lights on. Anyway, these are amazing. I think the reason I love them, beside the fact that they're just so comfy, is that they're a real shoe. Like they have that same Croc bottom. And I've just realized for me, I have higher arches. We have hardwood floors in a lot of our house. I need something that's more like a real shoe underneath me when I'm putzing around in the kitchen and cooking and dishes, whatever. This has been incredible. This has been incredible. They have so many different kinds. There's another version of this that if I hadn't bought these, I would have bought that. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're really, really nice as well. So I'll link this version and that because the other ones are really cute too. But it's the same style where it's a true Croc. You can do, regular Croc mode. You can do sport mode. These Nikes have been favorites of mine, and I think that they go so well with so many outfits. I think I bought these, I'm trying to remember where I got them, maybe Kohl's. They're sold many places, but I just like how neutral these are without being just completely white. They tend to match with everything. They're really comfy. They're not overly chunky or overly like small and thin. Sometimes like those shoes that are really like, what am I thinking of? Like Keds or, they don't look right on my feet. I don't know what it is, but they don't. These are like kind of right in between, and I just love them. I felt like bringing them up because I don't talk a ton about shoes on my channel, but those have been ones that I have worn so much. And then the thing I get so many questions about are the alternatives to my Hokas that I love that are way cheaper. These are amazing. I have these. I wear them probably just as much as my Hokas. They feel so similar, you guys. I mean, so similar. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, especially if you're getting them for walking. Like I brought these when we would travel. These were my travel tennis shoes where we were walking crazy amounts of steps. They were perfect. I wore them in Disney World walking, 20, 25,000 steps. They were perfect. They are amazing and they are so much cheaper. I just have the white. It matches everything. I love them. My favorite fragrance of the year. One is a repeat, one is new. Let's start with the new one. The Rare Beauty perfume. What in the world? Like this smells, I haven't put any perfume on yet today. Oh my gosh. There is something about this. They have this cutie little set. I wish I had known about this when I bought it, where you can get both this size I have and a small little one. So like one in your purse and one like on where you keep your perfume. I think this is a generally pleasing scent, like general audience pleasing scent. Does that make sense? It smells so nice. I think most people would like it. The notes are, okay, fragrance family is warm and spicy. I don't know that I would describe it as that. Scent type is warm and sweet gourmands. Keynotes are caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood. So caramel and pistachio give way to rich vanilla and spicy ginger, and then an earthy sandalwood. If that sounds good to you, you would love this. I love it. It's vanilla-y, but not vanilla. It's definitely there, but I think that with the sandalwood in there, and yeah, I guess a little bit of the ginger, I love it so much. So eventually I probably will get the full size, but for now I've got this. It's been great. And I love that pretty much every perfume nowadays sells this, because when you commit to a full size of something, boy, that's a commitment. You know, it's an expensive commitment. It's a commitment to that scent, and you better hope you like it. Because you know how some you'll spray it once in store and you're like, okay, I like it. Yeah. And then you buy it. And then after a few days, you're like, I don't think I like this on me, you know? Anyway, my other one, this is a repeat. Oh my gosh, Butterfingers. From last year, the Ariana Grande Mod Vanilla. I upgraded to the big boy. I was flying through it. I love the scent of this. This is truly a vanilla lover's scent, but it still has, it's not just one note vanilla. It's got that sweetness to it. Let me pull up the notes for this too. So this is warm and spicy, warm and sweet gourmand. So that's obviously what I'm into, I guess. Creamy musks, white praline, and vanilla absolute, and cocoa. Y'all, it smells incredible. It smells incredible. These two are just neck and neck. I don't think I could pick a favorite. I think if I had to pick one that I think most people would like out of the two, like smell unsmelled, Mod Vanilla. They're both so good. Okay. I typically would share my favorite book of the year. I am gonna reserve that. It might already actually be out. And if it's not, it'll be out any day now. But if it is out, I'll link it below. Tyler and I always sit down and do our like favorite books of the year video at the end of the year, because we both love to read. So I'll link last year's as well if you want to see it. We just did our top 10 of the year. This year, we haven't decided yet what we're gonna do, but it'll be out soon, or it's already out. Definitely check that out, and then you can hear what my favorite one was. Miscellaneous category. This is everything else I wasn't sure where to categorize. So my favorite coffee thing this year was actually my Owala coffee mug. I don't think most people know about this product because Owala, you know, I love their water bottles, whatever. But this is amazing. It's very simple. And I think they have a taller one and a shorter one. I have the shorter one. It's got a good mouthfeel. And you probably know what I mean. You know how some to-go coffee cups, when you're drinking out of it, you feel like it's like splashing you when you drink? This one has a good, more natural pour. But I also love that it is vacuum sealed. I can put this in a bag and it's not gonna leak. Now, would I want to put it upside down with a bunch of important stuff? No, because the toggle to close and open it is on top. I mean, I've trusted it in my work bag quite a few times and it's been fine. I just make sure it's still upright, but it's been fine. I'll hold it upside down and shake it. Nothing's coming out. So keeps the coffee warm for a long time. You can lock it shut. They have cute colors too. They have neutral colors. I just think it's a really great one. So if you're in need of one, maybe a fresh one for the new year. The pillow that I'm currently using is one I've used for years, and it has really, like all my neck pain I used to have, like I used to wake up and be like, oh, and it would like take 10 or 15 minutes. And I was using pillows that were supposed to be good for neck problems to kind of like line things up properly. I tried this Cushion Lab one and it is the best one. I this year tried 2 other pillows just in case. I'm like, is there anything else? Because if you get it, you'll see what I mean in that it does take an adjustment period, which I hate because I feel like a lot of people give up on this pillow too soon. You sleep with it for a week, you're like, you know what, it's awkward because it's like firmer on the sides. If you're a back or side sleeper like me, you can sleep in the middle and it dips back farther so it keeps everything in line. It makes room for like your head. But then when you turn to the side, it's a little bit higher on the side. So when you turn to the side, it's lining up and giving room for your shoulder. It's genius. It's amazing. I have tried other pillows that are similar where you can add stuffing and remove stuffing, but what I realized is I have to have the firmness of this pillow to actually hold things correctly aligned. I have not had neck and shoulder pain since I started using it. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, I love it. A big change in my life. These are random. My favorite cutting board, I now own a couple of these different sizes. I love them. If you've been looking for Like, and I don't know, okay? I don't know at all about this. All right, so do your own research. But you know, like I was using plastic cutting boards or whatever, and I think like the best one to use is stainless steel. But the idea of cutting on stainless steel makes my skin crawl. Like I just can't do it. These are amazing because they're made of like some kind of like wood board. I don't know. Supposedly they're good. Again, I don't know, but I love them. You can dishwash them. I mean, we are wearing and tearing these and they are amazing. So I know that's so random, but having a nice cutting board you like is great. Especially with kids, I feel like I'm cutting up fruit and cutting up stuff all of the time, cutting the crust off of the toast or, you know, whatever. I just love those. These bag sealers, I know this is so random, but another game changer in our household. These are like these little cylinders and you take your, you know, tortilla chip bag or your whatever, and it will seal your bag by like sliding in across. It's hard to explain until you use it. And it took me a minute to finally get it. Once I did, I'm like, oh, okay. But it kind of seals it in. Nothing's gonna fall out. It'll seal all the way across, but it's not like a seal that you're having to like, you know, like there's those things where you can like reseal a bag, you know, no. This is just something you slip on like a chip clip, but it just works so well. And I feel like it's just less bulky than, you know, us having all these chip clips on our pita chips and whatever. I love them. It's such a random thing, but they're amazing. My Aura ring. Okay, this is, I'll go briefly. If you wanna hear me talk more in depth about this, I'll link the vlog where I do because I definitely go more in depth. I love it. It's so pricey and I hate that I pay a monthly fee like to use the app. I like data. I just do. And I love being able to see how did I sleep. It seems incredibly accurate with that. I mean, we're woken up in the middle of the night with our toddler and like, I mean, it's incredible to see. It is incredible. The walking steps has been accurate for me when I compare it to my Apple Watch. It can help with fertility. It can help like with BBT, your temperatures, so much stuff, you guys. It really, I mean, feel like I'm on that app all the time clicking around. And I feel like I'm still probably barely scratching the surface. So I am a big fan. If you are someone that is into data and you've been thinking about it, I love mine. I think that's all of it. I love doing this video series every year. If you want to check out my makeup and skincare favorites video, I hope you'll watch that next. I will link it in the eye up there. I'll link it down below. Subscribe if you are new here. I do review videos like this throughout the year, every single month. We're trying on new drugstore makeup. We're reviewing face sunscreens. We're doing all of that kind of stuff. But then, like I said, I do a weekly vlog as well. But yeah, I'd love to have you. Happy New Year to you. I hope you have a good year. I'm hopeful for all of us to have a good, uneventful in a good way. Yeah, or maybe eventful in a good way. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right. I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.